I'm gonna start it up, check for leaks, see what kind of oil pressure we have. Hopefully we fix the problem. If not, probably gotta pull this motor out, replace the cam bearings.
In my last few videos, I've been talking about this cheap cat eye I picked up for about $4 grand. I had low oil pressure and I was hoping it'd be an easy fix, so I dived in there, changed out the O-ring, but I found a couple bad rod bearings. Replaced those. Hopefully that's the only damage I have. I'm going to put this thing back together, start it up, take y'all on a drive, see if we got any better results, better oil pressure. I think I got another problem now. Here's a cold start. So at least 50 psi there on the cold start, and that has been quite the improvement from before. But you'll see driving it still got some issues. At normal driving, again, it's still cold, but just kind of cruising. You can see got good oil pressure. Got every light on the dash just about, but got good oil pressure. Got my wipers on. And the radio is trying to connect to my phone if you hear anything crazy. There is still a little valve train noise, but not bad, not as bad as it was before. All right, now watch this. Now it doesn't want to do it. Get into overdrive. This thing was hopping like crazy and now it's not doing it. Maybe it needs to warm up more. Just picked it up from getting alignment, so my steering wheel is a little straighter than before, but right now I'm driving along in tow haul at about 50 and it feels totally normal, but when I bump it into overdrive, it feels like I'm going down a rumble strip. And if I give it gas, it gets worse, until I get it to drop down a gear. But in overdrive, we definitely have a shudder. And I'm still having some idle issues I need to sort out. The thing you can see will kind of drop down and may even stall out. So 20 psi just about at idle. It's a little low. You can see if I bump it into neutral, it stays about the same. I'm not sure if I'm having a torque converter issue for both things. About max 40 psi there, which is not ideal. I'd like to get 50, 60, which it will do when it's cold, but once it's warmed up, I'm only getting 40 psi. Let me know what y'all think about a normal range for this. I'm cruising along all right now. The shutter might be getting a little bit better the more I drive it. Yeah, the shutter's there. It's not terrible. I got a bunch of bumps in the road. Yeah, there's definitely a shimmy to it. It was way worse, I think, the first time I drove it, though. Anybody have an idea why immediately after working on my rod bearings, I would somehow get a shudder in the transmission? Seems odd to me. Yeah, if I ride here at 45, giving it gas, it feels sluggish. It feels like it shouldn't really be in overdrive. A little gas there, it feels worse. Enough gas, downshift. If you drive it around normal though, it's gonna shake. That's a new thing here. I don't know what's going on with it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. But then, you know, I can get up to speed. Let me get over here. Still kind of there. It's definitely drivable. Got some white smoke coming out of that Dodge. Right there. Yeah, so I'm cruising along like it's doing truck things, but it's not 100%. If it ain't one thing, it's another. So let me know what y'all think of my oil pressure as well as that shudder and what I should do first about this. because this just happened after working on the oil pressure. I'm gonna see what it does here, if it's gonna stall out on me. I'm gonna try to back in to the driveway here, and usually putting it in reverse, it will shut off once it's warm here. So let's see what it does. Coming to a stop. It's about to shut off right now. Low oil pressure again. Neutral doesn't really make it any better. There's reverse. And I have to kind of 2-foot drive it so that it doesn't stall out. Not the best view. I'm trying to show you the oil pressure while I'm turning the wheel. But so it didn't shut off, but you can imagine. Here, let's go park, reverse. Yeah, it's not really doing it, but it will shut off, and I'm not sure what's up with that. Let me know if you guys have any tips. I'm at AutoZone right now. I just picked up this lube guard shutter fix to see if I can put a little snake oil in the transmission and get it to act right. Since I'm at AutoZone, I wanted to ask y'all where you normally go to get your oil or any of your maintenance stuff. I usually hit any one of them up because I've got all 4 of them right here: Napa, O'Reilly's, AutoZone, Advance. So with that, I'm gonna see if this works. I also picked up some oil for my wife's car as well as my Bronco. It's about time to change oil, and also you can see that pole sticking up, dumped out my like 5-gallon roll around oil jug. So should be ready to do some maintenance, and hopefully we can get this cat eye running right, because there's some stuff I'd like to go make trips and buy, and I can't do it if my transmission's not shifting right. Now that I've got her fully warmed up, I'm only getting 30 PSI while driving. And right now I'm in third to prevent the shudder. If I drop it into drive, that's second. Whoops. There, that's drive. Don't have my screen there to tell me which gear I'm in, and I was using my left hand, but y'all can hear the car seat shaking in the back. We have a shudder still. I've driven it around back and forth to work. I'll let you know if it clears up, but so far it is not fixed, and I'm not stoked on my oil pressure either. Also, my RPM gauge is, you know, in and out. Let me know if y'all have any quick fixes for that. Here's how it's sitting at warm idle. Making a little valve train noise, not quite as bad as before, but what would y'all do? Pull the motor out or just send it? Just shut off, made me miss the light. You can hear it. I'm trying to die. Yep. I'm hoping that's torque converter clutch engaged, and I can tune that out or replace the solenoid. But yeah, we're not having a good time with this truck right now. It's fighting me. Just saw a wreck happen right there. All right, I think I'm just in drive, so we should get the shutter here when I get up to speed. Shaking my Duncan. Let's just keep going, see if there's a speed where it stops. So it will cruise the highway without shuddering too bad. Acceleration kind of makes it shudder. Yeah, it's still there. At this point though, I don't know how much of that is just tires, but let's put it in tow haul. Absolutely no shuddering now. Yeah, something ain't right with the old girl. How much more effort would y'all put in this thing? What do you think? I might just drive it. Let's see if it wants to shut off. Nope. Still good there. Somebody's bumping in a Toyota. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep rolling. We're gonna take off from here and see how it drives. It's going, it just doesn't sound quite right, and not everything's just right on it yet. Seats really make you hear it. Tow haul, still there. Drop into third, goes away. That's what I'm dealing with. Not the end of the world if you ask me. As long as I got enough oil pressure. I'm not stoked on where it's at 30 right now, but we'll see how it holds up. I'll keep y'all updated. Pulled over here to get out of the wind, and this thing is got a little tappity tap, knockety knock, still not 100%, pretty low, maybe 10 psi oil pressure right now. Not really loving that, but the transmission I think is something I might could address by draining the fluid, changing the filter, and putting fresh fluid, filter, and maybe some more of that lube guard shutter fix in it. That might fix that. It hasn't fixed it yet, just adding it to it, but most people recommend swapping out the fluid, flushing it, kind of starting fresh with that. But I don't know, for now I'm kind of tempted to just finish out with my plan of putting the tires I bought for it on it, the mud graps, and keep it in third. You know, I won't really need overdrive on 37s anyway. It'll be fighting, you know, the transmission, trying to go push those big tires. So I'm going to try to enjoy the truck really at this point, but I'm pretty disappointed that after replacing the rod bearings, which was more than I already wanted to do, just wanted to replace the O-ring. It's still not 100%, so we'll see. I'm gonna hold on to it and, you know, kind of just see how it goes. Everybody tells me how great these motors are, but you got to take care of them. This one has not been taken care of from what I've seen, so let's see if I can love on it enough to keep it going for a little bit longer.